I had the honor of hiring Mr. Haas in 1970 to be the new music director of Wilmot University. I knew he was very good, but soon learned that he was exceptionally good, as you've seen already. In the 1971 school annual, the first year he was here, it says pride was the word around band this year. Under the direction of Mr. Haas, the young band has a great future. This year, the band really caught the eyes of all the students, and it just kept on growing from that time on. Thank you, Mr. Haas. He was here for 20 years when I retired, and I was very happy that he never left Wilmot, because I think if he would have, I would have probably been fired. And then he continued for 21 more years, and now he has been here 41 years. Mr. Haas, thank you again for 41 wonderful years at Wilmot High School and being the best musical director in the state of Wisconsin, and may I add, the nation. They don't come any better.
So there are a ton of people here tonight. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. I've seen current and alumni band and choir students, current and former band and choir parents, grandparents, colleagues and co-workers, friends, best friends, and family. And it's important you all came to witness this celebration, a celebration of all the reasons why this place, the auditorium, is being dedicated and receiving a new name in honor of one exceptional person, Lance Haas. So thank you all for being here.
Mr. Haas put in countless hours outside the workday to provide such opportunities. I discovered that I was being mentored in how to teach. Methods that he used to instruct me during school and later after I graduated were methods I use today in the workplace and in my military career with my junior troops. There must have been something to the manner in which he taught that made sense, or we would not be here tonight. I am sure it would not take much searching for any of you to find a way in which he had influenced your life. So, when I think of the name to be put on a building, I find no better than that Mr. Haas, a name of notoriety for mentoring the true meaning of teaching.
In listening to Lance tell of his first years at Wilmot with his band of however many students were here, 12 students, with 7 of them being drummers, and they couldn't even play the school song, and his efforts to build a program helped me to survive my first years of teaching. Many years later, Lance and I worked together here at Wilmot, in the same room, in the same area, rooms that don't even exist anymore, I might point out. For some reason, at many of the joint events, we ended up dressing up in dresses. Thank you, Travis, for avoiding those pictures. I'll get you for the one from Magical Dinner, but we'll talk about that later. And we went on stage in pantyhose, at magical dinners, dressing up as the Blues Brothers. You saw those pictures as well. Through all of these moments, through all of these historical things that happened, we practiced humility and shared part of our lives with students here at Wilmot. I have one of the pictures of Lance and me in my office. In fact, it's the one you saw tonight with our legs, at my office at WSMA. As people look at it, they see 2 men being silly. When I look at it, I see 2 friends sharing their life with their students, and that was the important part of that picture, and that's why it's still there. So Lance, you are a friend, you are a mentor, a role model, and leader to many. Not just me, but to many. Not just students, but to other teachers in the state of Wisconsin and the nation. You have shared, your willingness and your caring have been shared with many, and all the time you've worked with them. This dedication is truly a testament to your life work. It is a testament to all of that and to all the performances you have done in Wilmot gyms, the upstairs gym, the downstairs gym, the cafetorium, with the 3 posts in the middle. Still wonder about that one. Area churches, when we couldn't use the gym here, cafetorium, churches, grade schools, football fields, and even hallways. We performed in lots of places. That legacy all culminates into this auditorium, and I can't think of any better thing to have it being named in your honor. Congratulations, and I'm proud to call you my colleague and my friend.
we knew we couldn't make it a surprise for Mr. Haas, but you know, one of the first things we did, we had to have the lights set, so we had to have somebody do that. We had to have the sound taken care of. Well, you know, who do we have for the sound? I don't know, let's ask Mr. Haas and see how that works. Okay, so getting involved with the sound. And then, well, what about the program? What are we going to do? Well, how should we arrange the program? Let's ask Mr. Haas, we'll see how to do that. I think, wait a minute. You know, this is his own dedication. Poor guy, he's supposed to be sitting back and relaxing and watching this, and he had to do it all. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate that. 7 short years ago, I would be standing probably in the press box of the football field right now. Mr. Haas was very instrumental in helping design this auditorium, and anything that we had to make a change, whether it was financial or whatever it happened to be, we had to go back to Mr. Haas, or at least we gave him that courtesy going back to Mr. Haas and saying, can we do it this way, or what do you think about this modification, or you know, will this work? This gentleman had a tremendous input on the design and the final look of this auditorium. The only thing after that 7-year time period that was missing was the name on the side and the plaque out front. I think we're complete. Certainly been my pleasure to work with Mr. Haas for the last 7.5 years.
So 3 years ago, I got hired as principal, and Mr. Heitman called me into his office, and here I am. Okay, what do you want me to do? And he said, well, I want you to, race test scores, WKC and ACT. Okay, Mr. Heitman, whatever you want. He said, I want you to improve culture and climate with our staff. Okay, Mr. Heitman, whatever you want. And then he says, yeah, and Chris, you got to do something for Lance. I said, who? There's Lance. I said, who? He said, our band director. I said, oh, Mr. Haas. I said, what do you want? He said, well, I've been told, and Mr. Brightwell couldn't do it. He says, he's missing 2 yearbooks in 41 years. I said, all right. So I searched everywhere. In fact, I even went downstairs where the old cafeteria used to be, crawled down there, looked all over. I couldn't find him, called everybody, called his son who I graduated with. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just go in his office. And here they were, 1984 to 1989, 2 yearbooks are missing.
It's going to be my true confessions night tonight. 40 years ago, when I married Lance, I didn't know the difference between a saxophone and a clarinet. As a matter of fact, I remember decorating our reception hall the day before our wedding, and we were using musically themed decorations. And at one point, I recall turning around and watching my future music educator husband-to-be uprighting the music decorations that I had placed on the wall upside down. You had your chance, which is